wrecks. Number 25 snags the guardrail on the backstretch and literally explodes. Caught by flying metal, Pappy, Crane, and Chevrolet number 58 spins out and rolls. Crane is all right, but Tom Herbert is
the leaders at record speed. But the rest of the field is in trouble back in the fourth turn. The most fantastic pileup in auto racing history takes 37 cars out of the race.
I got in a wreck and went over the first corner, went out of the ballpark. They said Lee Petty just went over turn 3 and 4 wall.
Look out! Johnny Rutherford tangles with Ned Jarrett and spins on his top for hundreds of feet. Is Johnny all right? He climbs out safe and spry, thanks to seat belts, shoulder harness, helmet, and roll bars. Look out! Spikes hits the retaining wall, but lands right side. The car's out of control. Maynard Troyer's Ford number 60 flips an incredible number of times.
And we've got trouble on turn number 4. Car number 30 is upside down. That's Walter Ballard's car. Buddy Baker also involved.
Ballard's car coming to rest right side up. We hope he's okay. Walter Ballard from Texas, the rookie last year, and he looks as though he's climbing out. Buddy Baker was involved in that one too, Pete.
I saw one of the most spectacular accidents that I've ever seen in motor racing occur at this track last year in the Permatex 300. Red Farmer barrel rolled his car, how many times I don't know, down the front straightaway. The man escaped almost uninjured. He was at the racetrack the next day. How did that occur? It occurred because, first of all, the car is properly built, and when an accident occurs, NASCAR have now built in so many backup safety facilities that a driver really has a very strong possibility not only to live through an accident, but not be seriously injured.
There he goes right now. There he goes.
They're on deck all the time. There's no defensive unit, no offensive unit, no taxi squad to put in out here. Bonnet is first. A.J. Foyt, 1972 Daytona 500 champion, has come to second. Remember a year ago, Foyt flipping 6-7 times down here in turn number 1, side over side. He's back, just as tough, just as strong, just as great as ever. Probably the greatest driver of our time in America.
Oh, we have trouble in turn number 2. Johnny Anderson, flipping the third-place car, has crashed on turn number 2. Anderson's car totally destroyed.
Ronnie Saylor, who started his Grand National campaign in 1978. In trouble. Let's look at it in replay. It looks like he was tagged at the start of that, David, and look at that car fly.
Well, as they come off that turn 2 again, the car spun around, and when it started to go down the road backwards, for some reason the rear got off the floor, and once it was up, the air gets underneath these machines and just flips it right over onto its roof and slides down the straightaway there. Luckily no fuel leakage, otherwise those sparks from the roof would have obviously caught fire.
That's Yarborough in turn 3. And in turn 4, big trouble. Yarborough Chevrolet was total.
Now from another angle, here is another angle of what happened. You can see him sliding in and getting caught and flipping backwards, upside down, and then those hard, nasty, sidewinding rolls that bite you.
Oh, trouble. Ricky Rudd slamming toward the wall. Crashing, rolling over, side over side.
Oh, level and in trouble is 07 Lajoie. Randy Lajoie slamming into the wall. Randy Lajoie out of Norwalk, Connecticut, destroying his automobile.
And here in Daytona in February, when Phil Barkdoll sailed through that trioval, track precautions more than did their job.
This incident in turns 3 and 4. That is Jim Sauter and A.J. Foyt. Along comes Tommy Ellis and Greg Sachs. That is Ellis upside down. He flips a couple of times. Nobody was injured in this.
That has to be a redo right there.
Look. Car number 90 turning and flipping, going into the wall, and that takes out at least 3 other cars. He looked like a tire might have blown as they came down for the finish line.
From another angle, Hearn has been taken to Halifax Hospital for x-rays of a potential ankle injury.
Well, he's in the middle of that pack of front-running cars, and all of a sudden he comes out of it, apparently getting bumped. You can see the hood fly off the cars. He spins around on the grass on the backstretch and then into a bank, and it flips the car over, all the way over on his 4 wheels. He has the presence of
Yeah, I think they did touch a little bit there going into turn 1.
Oh, and Lake Speed is
on the roof.
Flipping down the backstretch. The car rolling over several times.
Dave Marcus involved in it. Looked like Jimmy Spencer's car was involved. Here comes Hut Strickland spinning around.
Oh, look at
Earnhardt got sideways. Somebody looked like made some contact.
Uh-oh, we've got a problem.
Contact here, for sure. Darrell Waltrip and Joe Waltrip car gets on his roof and over and over.
Darrell Waltrip tumbling down the backstretch in what appears to be a very, very serious crash.
Trouble behind Rusty Wallace is turning over.
Rusty Wallace, 20 feet in the air, spinning, crashing.
Well, I'll tell you, when they're running that close together and jockeying around position, you just know that things like this are going to happen. And okay, that's Bobby Hillen in the car 77 down on the inside. It looked like he and Brett Bodine got together. Here comes Bobby Labonte. He's going to hit the Brett Bodine car, roll over on his top, slide down the track on his top, then it'll flip back onto the wheel.
So if that's a problem,
oh, there's trouble. Car out of control all the way up and over is the number 29.
Robert Presley.
Around goes Presley, and he picks it up.
Here goes the pass. Gordon making a move on the inside of Earnhardt. Oh, Jarrett's loose.
Down the back straightaway. Big trouble. Earnhardt out. Up and over number 3. And for the 19th time, Lady Luck deals a bad hand to Earnhardt.
And you can see Trickle, he must have gotten hit.
from behind and shot right straight into Earnhardt's car. And you see Earnhardt's car lift, sets back down on the hood of Dick Trickle's car, then comes back down on its wheels.
Jeff Green got sideways there underneath the 27 car. Casey Atwood almost lost control.
And a big...
Oh, trouble!
Oh, and one car upside down.
Casey Atwood. And sliding through the grass, Kenton. Winds around.
White and yellow flag.
Atwood's car is destroyed.
As they head off in the corner, he goes down on the flat part of the racetrack.
He might have had a little bit of a bump from the 28 car, his teammate, as they went in there.
At 190 miles an hour, it's almost impossible for the brakes to slow the car to miss the incident. You steer for the hole and hope it's still there when you get there.
Oh, trouble! Rudd in the wall, hard. Schrader in the wall, hard. Jarrett the winner, Gordon second, and Rudd on his roof for the second time in the Busch shootout, reminiscent of 1984 when his car tumbled in the air.
Whoa! Oh, look out! We got trouble. This is going to hurt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Yep.
Keep your fingers crossed.
There's his white car. He's right down against the white line.
He looked like Green might have come down a little bit as he went through the trioval.
Well, and at that place, the car is very, very light. You can, if you could physically get your hand out the window, you could make a car slide by just touching it with your hand. That's how light they are in that area of the racetrack.
Take a look at this moment. That is Michael Waltrip, out of control, tri-oval, into a series of sidewinders. 9 shattering snap rolls. Less than an hour later, he was out of the infield care center into his Winston Cup.
Since we'll change lanes, and now trouble. Stewart is in trouble on the backstretch. Stewart's car up in the air and over, barrel rolling, turning, gyrating.
Trouble off trouble. Newman slams the wall. Comes Schrader, and Newman is in the air and over. Brian Newman, last year's Rookie of the Year. The rear end ripped from the car as he slides down the asphalt, and when that car hit the grass of the tri-oval, Ryan Newman went upside down.
Lee Gordon, 31. The time. Oh, Waltrip's over. 1, 2, 3 times for Michael Waltrip.
Well, there's the big one right there.
He looks to the inside of Todd Bodine. Todd comes down the hill, forces him to the inside. The air gets underneath the truck, turns it over. One revolution, and then back on 4 wheels.
Dennis gave him a little shot.
Wow. Wow, completely over. Here goes Terry. Boy, Terry had a wild ride through the grass. He was 4.
Here we go.
Harvick slides up in front of traffic.
Cars upside down, cars everywhere.
Come on. And turn 4 is Calamity Corner once again.
Looking incidents of the entire test session for all 3 series on the backstretch, Eric Almirola from Joe Gibbs Racing makes some contact coming down the track and ends up on his roof. Fortunately, only the car was damaged. It was a very scary looking tumble, mostly because he was upside down for quite a while, but the safety crews of the track got the car back on its wheels and got Almirola out, but a tough way to get.
Gets slid sideways. Whammo.
And he'll cross the start-finish line unofficially upside down in the 18th position.
On fire. I mean, that's Joey Chitwood couldn't do that.
Once again, just on the inside of Brandon. Oh, look out! Oh, and upside down is Earnhardt. This is going to be a mess. The 33 of Harvick. Joey Logano involved.
Can he save it this time?
Oh, there you go.
He does. He saves it. But there's a
Jeff Gordon's upside down. Jeff Gordon's upside down.
And Kurt Busch's car is destroyed.
Oh my gosh.
Start-finish line. Logano comes down into Paul Maynard. One car gets up on top of a group and goes flipping over and over, and the 30 lands on its roof. That's Parker Kligerman.
Cole Witt's teammate that just wrecked in that first caution.
Kevin did. Oh, and there
Shots
they
into
go.
the wall
They
with
wrecked.
the one of McMurray. 3, 4 cars around. One on its roof. One car hard into the wall.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, and the
Denny
18
Hamlin,
gets on its roof.
and Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
See the 26 car of Cole Witt, the 38 of David Gilliland.
Faster that line's going to go. So prior to today, the only place where...
Oh, big trouble. That's the rookie Suarez up and over Regan Smith, the big one at Daytona in the Tri-Oval.
The white flag is out.
They're going to crash.
Sauter with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down. They're crashing. Rhodes into Crafton. Damn. Crafton up and over.
You saw what he did. Oh, around goes the 60. Austin Cindric wrecking in front of the crowd. Daniel Hemrick's caught up. Tyler Reddick. Cindric. Barrel rolls.
When you're done, top one.